This is Jodrell Bank, home to one of the world's largest steerable radio telescopes. It's a fantastic day out for all the family. There's lots to do, so let's explore and see what you can do here. Jodrell Bank is a famous observatory located in Cheshire in the northwest of England. Home to the Lovell Telescope, the third largest steerable dish radio telescope in the world, Jodrell Bank is one of the world's leading radio astronomy observatories. The observatory also doubles as a visitor centre with several exhibitions and viewing points of the Lovell Telescope. Tickets for Jodrell Bank cost £14 for adults and £10 for children. These are annual tickets, meaning that you can visit as many times as you want in the year for just one entrance fee. Currently, you still need to pre-book each visit via the Jodrell Bank website, whether you're buying a new ticket or using an existing annual pass. As you enter the Jodrell Bank car park, you'll see signs instructing you to put your phones into flight mode to ensure that you don't interfere with the important work going on at the observatory. Jodrell Bank opens at 10 AM and we arrived and parked up just before opening time. Our first stop of the visit was the brand new First Light Pavilion. This is the new First Light Pavilion. I think it's been open just over a year now. It's certainly new since the last time we came, and we're really excited to see this because there's lots of exhibits in there apparently. And there's also a dome where sometimes there are free shows and there are also paid shows you can pay for as well. So for example, we booked the Capcom show, which is a story of the Apollo space program. So we're really looking forward to that. Although we had booked a show in the Space Dome for an additional fee, once we arrived, we found out that in the morning they run free shows about the history of Jodrell Bank in the theatre. So, if all you want to see is the theatre itself, save yourself some money and head there in the morning. After watching the first show of the day, we'd headed over to the other side of the observatory, where you can walk around a path next to the Lovell Telescope. How big is the Lovell Telescope? It's absolutely enormous. Look at the size of it behind me. In fact, it's the third largest steerable radio telescope in the world. There's one in Virginia and there's Effelsberg in Germany, which are both about 100 metres across each. This one is 76 metre diameter. It's absolutely massive. And of course, it was built in the 50s. First tracked the Russian Sputnik spacecraft. It's had a long history from when they used to before the telescope was built, they used to have portable equipment in a field here where Bernard Lovell was measuring, he was hoping to measure cosmic rays, but he ended up coming here and measuring radio waves, and he decided that he needed something bigger. The Mark I telescope eventually renamed the Lovell Telescope. Now just in front of the main telescope here at Jodrell Bank is a little experiment, and it's really good because it shows you how these radio telescopes work on a small scale obviously. So what you do is you speak into the ring there, it's captured by the radio telescope, broadcast down there, and it should come out at the other end. So let's try an experiment. The key word is potato. Potato. Potato.
Hello.
Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, we'll swing the camera around in a minute and show you the distance. Hello.
Hello.
As you admire the telescope, there are some fun science games for kids, or big kids, to enjoy. Now, although we've not been to Jodrell Bank for a few years, we did used to come quite a lot when the kids were young because it's a great day out just to spend a day here, walk around. And whilst we're here, I don't know why we ended up bringing this ball with us once, but we did. And we actually invented a sport. I haven't got a name for it, but I'm going to demonstrate it. So basically, the idea is to throw the ball into this horseshoe shape of stone and flags here, and the idea is to get the ball to come off at the far end, but it's not allowed to fall off the side, it has to come out on the end. So this is my first go in about 4 years. Let's see. Ooh. Now as you can see, that fell off about 5 flags from the end. Eventually, I had a few practices, I can get good at making it come off the end, but let's try again. I'll try it the other way. Yes, that's gonna do it. Another go on court number 2. Over this side of the observatory, you'll also find the Space Pavilion, which houses an exhibition about the work being conducted at Jodrell Bank. Again, this is a great place for kids as there are several interactive exhibits. It was soon time for lunch, so we headed back into the main building where there is a cafe that serves a variety of sandwiches, pasties and desserts. After lunch, we walked through the small exhibit in the main pavilion, which features a clockwork orrery. Then, we headed back to the First Light Pavilion to check out the exhibition on the history of Jodrell Bank while we waited to watch the film we had booked.
Now, as you may have noticed when we were outside, the telescope dish is facing away from the main building, so we can't see the face. So in here, I'll just fix that. And then we'll just tilt it down here. I mean, it must have a bit of weight with whatever's underneath it, if you see what I mean. But even so, yeah, it's a fair old mass, that.
Our final activity of the day was to watch a 30-minute film about the moon landings. Although the film was well produced, I don't think it was worth the money, especially given that you can watch a shorter film in the theatre for free in the morning.
Jodrell Bank Observatory, is it worth coming? Absolutely. I mean, how many places in the world can you see something like this? It's absolutely staggering, the main radio telescope. But it's not just about that. There's also a couple of buildings where you've got interactive exhibitions. Put it on the video, you'll have seen it. You've got kids, they're going to love it, especially if they're into science. There's lots of hands-on experiments and little tests you can do. The First Light Pavilion is absolutely magnificent. A new building, it's won architectural awards. You can see a show in the dome. Some of the shows you pay, like we just saw the Apollo Story, Capcom Go. It was really good. It cost us £5 each. But there are plenty of other shows in the dome throughout the day that you can see for free, and we also saw one of those as well. The building itself is fantastic. Worth mentioning that if you book online, it's £14 each, but that's for an annual membership, so we're going to be able to come back here for 12 months now and see all these kind of things for free effectively. Obviously we'll have to pay for individual films at £5 a time. We noticed today also that there's a special film on at the moment, and there's a special animation to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, the whole album with an animated film. That's going to cost you £12 each. So there are little things that's going to cost you extra, but overall a really worthwhile day out here at Jodrell Bank. Thanks for watching Rob on Holiday. We hope you enjoyed our video at Jodrell Bank. If you have, please subscribe, it helps the channel, and keep an eye out for more great videos.